Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, I got Ian in the house from Essential Tennis, and we're going to do a fun video. If we were going to build a Franken tennis player,
yes, it's alive.
What would it look like? Stay tuned. All right, so Ian's in the house from Essential Tennis. By the way, he's got a book coming called Essential Tennis, coming out when?
May 31st.
May 31st. Where can we get them?
Everywhere books are sold, including Audible, Kindle Store, Amazon, everywhere.
Perfect. And it's called Essential Tennis, guys. Grab it while you can. Okay, so our topic today, and I've always wanted to talk about this subject with somebody as knowledgeable as Ian, because we're both kind of, tennis nuts.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for joining me on this fun one.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so I've always wanted to build my prototypical tennis player on like the best out there, meaning the best forehand, the best backhand, the best serve, the best volley, the best footwork, and the best attitude.
Ooh, attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
All right, so I want to put together the ultimate tennis player. Okay, so we're gonna start with the number one shot that's used in tennis. Okay, and what's that, guys? You guys know this, right? Ian?
Serve. Most important or most used?
Most used.
Oh, forehand.
Okay. I was like, we talking
My coach brain is so used to the most important shot in tennis.
Oh, yeah, no, the most used.
Most used, definitely
okay.
Forehand.
Forehand. Okay.
I don't hit a backhand unless I absolutely have to.
You have a nice backhand. That kind of high to low.
The slice isn't too bad, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think have I seen you come around?
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so forehand. Whose forehand would you start with?
I hate to be, start off in a really predictable way, but I'm a sucker for like efficiency and smooth. This theme is going to come up a couple times for me. The idea of like effortlessness. Like everybody already knows what I'm going to say. Like Roger has been so just like worshipped and like fawned over for the forehand. But the smoothness, the effortlessness, the variety that he's able to create, the confidence. It's been up and down. Sometimes he's had patches where he's just like God mode, and other patches where he's not quite as confident or aggressive with it. But if over the years, like watching tennis, I have to pick one, I just can't. I can't, in good conscience, like pick anybody else and pass over Roger. How do you feel?
Roger, ooh,
it's tough, right? To be like, I'll take somebody other than Roger.
It's hard to not say Roger. It's hard to not say Roger. Yeah. My forehand will come from not somebody as smooth as Roger, not as crazy as Nadal, not as good or efficient as Novak. I want my forehand to be Berrettini's.
Nice. Good call.
So I want whoever I'm playing to be afraid of my forehand, right? They want to avoid it at all cost.
It makes me think of Fernando Gonzalez back in the day. Like he could actually like hurt somebody, like physically hurt somebody with that shot.
Right. So I'm going big.
You want the actual weapon.
That's correct.
You might get arrested after the match.
That is correct. So
I like it.
Big. Okay?
I respect that.
So now moving on. Backhand.
So I gotta go with a one-hander just the aesthetic, it's just my personal preference. A lot of fantastic two-handers out there, obviously. And again, I'm gonna come back to kind of the efficiency, thing, like smoothness. I'm a sucker for like kind of long flowing technique. So this one goes back a little bit further, and that would be Guga Kjartan. Just love the length of it, the smoothness of it, the aesthetic of it. It's consistent, but he could also, turn up the dial and be aggressive with it. So yeah, aesthetically, I love his swing. I love that stroke.
That's a beautiful backhand.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about Guga now. It's been so many years.
He's the man.
Jeez.
Great grunt too.
Oh,
I love the grunt. Like
yeah.
Understated, like very very distinct. Not so aggressive like these modern players.
For those of you who don't know who Guga is,
Yeah.
Google Guga in a YouTube video. You'll see what my man Ian's talking about. So yeah, no, great stroke, great choice. Now, to pair with my monster forehand.
Are you going dual wield here with the weapon?
Yeah. So if they're afraid of my forehand, right? I'm going with Stan's backhand.
Oh man,
right?
dude, it's a shotgun. Yeah.
Where you going here? Where you going? You can't go nowhere. You gonna go right at me? Okay, then I get to choose my weapon. Okay?
What a beast.
Right? Think about that. Where you going? Where you going?
It doesn't matter
right?
if it's high. It doesn't matter if he's on the run. Like, he can just crank it. Yeah.
So
I hear you.
So double bear action.
Double bear.
Okay, moving on. Serve.
All right. So again, it's funny. Like processing through it, it's just kind of the same theme. This person definitely doesn't have like the most intense, like violent motion, but still just threw down like bombs. Like it looked like it was easy, like over and over, and like placement was like incredible. Watching Sampras when I was like a kid, like first starting to play, like the Sampras like Agassi, it was the Sampras Agassi era when I first started playing, and yeah, his serve just looked like pretty. It was smooth. He could place it. You knew like exactly where he was aiming as soon as he hit it. It was so precise. And he'd throw in 130 mile an hour, like casual, like second serve, here and there. So yeah, just the aesthetics, the fluidity, the placement, the precision. I gotta go Pistol Pete.
Great answer. Ian?
Did I steal it?
You and I agree on this.
Sorry, I stole it.
So, I love him for the same reasons as you do, but I love him for his confidence, borderline cockiness, because he will literally be down like love 40, serving, casually dial up 4 aces.
Totally, yeah.
What? How'd you get down and then you'll come up with 4 aces?
And you can see the returner just like slump, like what the hell do I got to do?
Like literally, ping.
Yeah, right. People just like walk back and forth.
Crazy. Pistol Pete on the serve. 2 votes. All right. Net game. Volley.
All right, I'm gonna go old school here because net is kind of by nature, an OG stroke or part of the game. Not necessarily. Are we going just volley or total net game?
Total net game.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna pick definitely old school. Kind of a personal favorite because I've never even talked about this at all on the internet, but I had the opportunity to play doubles with this person. It was an incredible experience. This person was like rock solid, kind of like Pete, like attitude with the serve, but around the net. Like as soon as this person got up there, it was like, what do I do with this? It was just like a presence, in that part of the court. And that was back in the day, Martina Navratilova. Just like she had the touch, she had like, the firmness to be able to stick it and put it away, and just like intimidating like presence up at the net. And I got to, I don't know, it was probably 15 years ago. I played doubles against her. It was amazing. Just so clean and like precise, and it was awesome to watch.
Oh my God. I wish I was been there. That's a game of a lifetime.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun.
Ian? You cannot be serious.
Johnny Pack. Now, it's super interesting. So, like, aesthetically, I feel like he kind of gets bagged on a lot of times, even though obviously he's brilliant, like incredible. So, tell me about the aesthetics. It doesn't bother you?
It don't matter how it looks. The ball's where I want it to be.
I hear you.
It's like it doesn't bother me. I looked up to the guy when I was like growing up, I I tried to make myself a lefty and serve and volley when I was like 7 with a wooden racket. You know, I was like digging the racket into the ground, my wooden racket, just so that I could look like him and be like him. I don't mind the weird stiff arm on the forehands and anything like that, but he got to the net and he was like, wherever he wanted, boom, I'll put it right here. Ooh, I'll put it right there.
Yeah.
Here's a drop shot for you. You know, it's like his hands were the best.
Yep.
He's like the male version of Martina.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Just like relentless, like just kind of smothering the net. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Okay, court speed. Court speed.
All right, so I got. I don't know that anybody else would pick this. It's not necessarily what he's known for, but I've had the opportunity to film a lot, mostly back in the day. Like when I first started posting to YouTube, I had the chance to get a media pass to Cincinnati a couple times and Indian Wells a couple times. And while I was on court level watching the best players in the world, this player really jumped out at me for his anticipation and like the smoothness of movement. It just seemed like it's a totally different experience. I'm sure you've watched pro tennis up close.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different experience like up close.
Oh, different
than
game.
Watching on TV. It's totally different thing. And I just consistently felt like I was like looking up from my camera like to see what was going on, and he was consistently like already like full strides, like moving in the right direction, just like gliding around the court. And it was Andy Murray. He's like just cat-like, at least in his prime. Obviously, he's had a lot of issues with movement and with his hip and so on and so forth, but his anticipation, smoothness, like efficiency, how he moved around the court, I always loved watching his movement. So that's my choice for movement.
Wow, like we all see the current Andy now, which is he's a shell of himself.
Yeah, it's too bad.
But yeah, no, young Andy got around the court really well.
Yeah.
So this is when I choose Fed.
I totally see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same kind of flow and smooth. Yeah, it's hard, kind of like the forehand. It's kind of hard not to pick him.
Exactly. So he just like 2-3 steps, he's there.
Yeah.
Right. Wherever you're gonna hit, he's kind of already waiting for you. You know, it's hard not to want to emulate that. Right. We all want to be that. We all want to be that kind of a cat-like instinct in the movement.
Totally.
So
I would honorable mention for me is Serena. She's maybe not, viewed as like the most graceful mover, but she's so incredibly athletic and covers so much court, especially for like how strong and big of an athlete she is. Like she covers the court so incredibly well. She's just like a physical like presence with how she pounces on stuff and the way she uses her body weight. Just so intimidating and totally different, kind of style than Murray or the Fed. But I would give her honorable mention for me for movement.
Right. All three of these people, one word describes them, and that's anticipation, guys.
Yeah.
Right? They know where you're going to hit it before you're going to hit it.
I would say like cat-like. Like they all have this like pounce kind of mentality.
Exactly. All right. So we got speed. We got the perfect specimen. Attitude. Who's got the best attitude?
Yeah, this is a hard one for me. I don't like the Stoics, like the Iceman, like the Borg, because it never worked for me. Like as hard as I would try, to kind of keep it all like bottled, and so I don't. And so Roger for me always felt like a little bit like toned down. More so recently, he's kind of worn his heart on his sleeve a little bit more. I'm not a fan of like the Connors or like the Johnny Mac. Like I feel like you gotta at least respect the game, respect the sport. As much as I enjoy like the entertainment, which I do. Like I think we need those personas in tennis personally, like to keep it interesting and engaging. So like it's hard for me to try to like strike a balance between those two desires. For me, the person I admire the most just as a competitor and like if I had to pick one person to like go to war with that I knew was like going to have my back and never like back down and never like flinch ever, it would be Rafael Nadal. For sure. It's just like just a warrior like mentality, and he occasionally will get down on himself, which I appreciate that he'll show the kind of fiery side of himself. It's not real often, but like he'll show it, every once in a while. So he's not trying to be like totally icy, but you can never, ever, ever, ever count him out. Unlike, obviously like a Kyrgios or even like a Connors or a McEnroe who could like spiral, kind of out of control. He always has like deep down that fight, and he can level himself even when he gets a little bit frustrated.
Good one. Yeah, I can definitely see that. He's kind of a gentleman of the game.
Totally. I respect his attitude towards the game. Yeah.
Right.
He's such a great ambassador for the whole sport.
This will be out of left field.
Oh, I can't wait.
This person has been selected by this person's peers as the most, let's say, fair, nicest sportsman of the year multiple times. Do we know who that is, Ian?
Nicest. Is it Roger?
No. It's actually, you wouldn't get this. This would be so difficult.
I'm really
it's
curious.
actually on the WTA, if that helps you.
I'm not gonna guess.
It's Kvitova.
Kvitova?
Kvitova. Like, if you look at Kvitova in her matches, she accepts the calls for whatever it is. She doesn't, like, the chair will never bother her, the line server will never bother her. She just plays the game. Whatever happens, happens. She doesn't question anything.
Dude, it's so rare in tennis.
Yeah.
I think tennis is full of lots and lots of whiners. And I'm definitely one of them. If you give me a reason to like kind of complain about something, I'll take it. I think in an individual sport like tennis, it's so rare to have that kind of attitude.
Right. But Kvitova's attitude with the firepower.
Awesome.
So, quiet power. All right. Anything to add, Ian?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other categories. How about style? Because you're a gear guy. Is there somebody that right away comes to mind is like best dressed? Mine is Serena, and I know she's polarizing, obviously, but kind of like the mental like side of it. I like somebody who kind of shake it up, a little bit,
right.
And she has no problems, doing that. And so yeah, maybe she's had some misses, over the years, like style wise, but I appreciate that she tries to like do something a little different and bring some spice to the style side of things. What do you think, like gear, apparel?
I kind of like the gentlemanly look of Roger most of the time. It's
whites.
Hard to kind of,
the sweater vest.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I like the kind of like the white suit he came out with at Wimbledon. I kind of like the, to look like Monaco.
The bow tie.
Yeah,
he's a classy guy.
I like that look.
I can see that. Goes with the Kvitova. You like the proper.
Yeah. Which
is interesting with the Johnny Mac volleys.
Right. No, I mean, burn inside, but be quiet about it. I'm going to beat you with my niceness, right? Even though inside I really want to,
So is that how you are on the court when you play a match, or is that like aspirational for you?
No, I'm pretty reserved.
I'm pretty reserved.
I will throw a racket, I will yell, but I mean, it's just at myself. So
cool. That's great. That's a lot of fun to talk about.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you.
We've created our Frankenmonster tennis person.
Who wins? Tell us in the comments down below.
There you go.
Which Frankenmonster wins?
That would be a good one. All right, guys. So Ian's book, Essential Tennis, comes out May 31st. Check it out. Want to thank Ian for hanging out with me today. You can follow him at Essential Tennis.
Thanks, Harry.
Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.
What is this thing?
I don't know. It says satisfying pop, though. It's kind of interesting. Harry, are you ready?
I'll be right there.
We really wanted to go hit before we had to leave town.
Ian, I don't mean to be rude.
Give me a second.
We gotta.
Well, Harry said, I actually wanted to go hit.
Harry,
I'm coming.
can you hurry it up? I don't mean to be rude, but we have an Uber coming.
Okay, it's a little tight. I'll be right there.
We're gonna miss our flight. It's not worth it for.
Harry, come on. Kind of last chance, man. We gotta go.
All right. Almost there.
Harry, it's been great working with you. We gotta take off. Good luck, man.
Thanks, Harry.
Whoa.
Good luck.
Guys, I'm ready. I'm ready. Guys, I'm ready. Guys, I'm stuck. Ian, Joel, anybody? Guys, I'm stuck. Leonard, are you here?